And the stable build should... Oh, Lorna! You're back from the dead! We missed you! Are you hungry? You're just gonna stare at... You're gonna stare at the food? You can stare at the crate? You can have some food. We're all family here. Take some food. That's a good girl. Get some victuals. Enjoy them berries, Lorna. Hey folks, welcome back to the Indieplex. My name is Steve, and today we're taking a look at Stonehearth Alpha 11. This is the developer build 2494. It's an early access version that's available on Steam, and as the screen shows, it is minimally tested and therefore may have more bugs, glitches than the released alpha build. But I wanted to give you guys a quick look into what's coming in Alpha 11. I'm going to start a new game. I'll jump into this once we demonstrate what you actually get when you start off on a brand new game. So we'll just click peaceful, doesn't really matter. But here, this is your one of the first screens you see now, and you get to see an expedition roster. This is obviously the folks that will be your starting citizens, and you can see all of their stats, which is also a new thing. These stats play a more important role now: mind, body, and spirit. And you can see that the mind is the ability to think intelligently. It affects diligence, curiosity, and inventiveness. Body influences muscle speed and stamina. It's your competence at physical activities, and spirit is faith in other people. It influences courage, willpower, and compassion. So if you want to give an example, if you're going to train a footman, you probably want someone high in spirit for the courage aspect and high in body for the muscle, speed, and stamina. So when you're rolling your new citizens, you want to look for, if you're thinking ahead, for those particular stats for those types of citizens. And you can click this button here to get a whole new roster of citizens until you get a combination that you like. You also see on this side of the screen, you start off with what they're calling a traveler's store, and you have a set amount of gold, 150 gold. You can purchase one or more of these items. Obviously the trapper's knife will take all of your gold, but I typically buy the farmer's hoe, the footman's sword, and the weaver's spindle. You get all those, you hit embark, and then it takes you to your map screen. So this is standard. You've seen this before, where it shows you the trees and plants, wildlife, and minerals depending on where your cursor is located. You can re-roll the map, but this is new. This is the world seed, so this number was used to generate this particular map. And if you land on a map that you particularly like and you embark here and you want to make sure that you can re-roll this specific terrain again, or you want to share this map with one of your friends, you can literally click on this, copy it, and paste it, and send it to a friend, and they can have the exact same map that you've experienced yourself. So we'll just pick a spot. Actually, so from this point, I'm going to go ahead and hit start, but I'm going to jump from there into my most recent save game, and it's just in peaceful mode. I'm really just going over some of the developer notes that highlighted what's in this build, so I'm not doing anything too terribly interesting. So Rivershire is the game I was playing with, and right off the bat you'll see the crate. You'll see Lorna is doing some spelunking. Lorna, we're gonna have to get you out of there. Lorna, oh, and she's my farmer too. Okay, so everybody is fast asleep. Scarlet is chilling out by the fire. Yeah, so basically I had initially set out a giant stockpile, and it was obviously full of all the requisite items, the berries and wood and whatnot. And once I had crafted these large crates, which is a craftable item once your carpenter reaches level 2, I clicked on the stockpile, I hit remove, and with these deployed crates, my citizens immediately went to picking up the items and dumping them in the requisite crates. So all of these crates are almost at capacity, but you can see they function just like a storage, just like a stockpile, in that you can specify what you want in there, and this shows you, what has been how much free space you have. and then you can click on the Contents tab to see actually what is in here. So this has a couple of my tools, some wood, some silkweed, some of my wealth, flowers, and some berries. Now, I was going to show Alpha 11 Early Access build when it first dropped last week, but there was an issue with the crates in that the citizens wouldn't, they were having issues pulling resources from the crates, specifically food, so you'd tend to have a lot of starving citizens. So I didn't want to demo that. So basically, as it stands now, I've been able to crank out these 2 houses. I've gotten my farmland going. I've got the crates going. Oh, did she pop out of the ground? Good. Laura popped out of the ground. And yeah, it seems to be working really well so far. So I really just wanted to show that, and we can play around a little bit more. We'll give them something else to build. We'll do a custom build since I haven't tried that yet on this 2494 advanced version. Let's see how well it works. Oh, daily update. I gotta see this. Hold on. Yay! New citizen. Caleb Mont. Hello, Caleb. So we will do a custom build since I haven't tried one of those just yet. We won't do anything too terribly taxing, but we'll just see how well it goes. Okay, that's fine. We'll change the roof. And, I mean, it's kind of boring, but that's fine. We don't really have to do anything crazy. Finish, build. And let's just see how well they do. So I'm going to need 1 window and 1 wooden door. Let's just get that underway. And we'll crank out those individual pieces. We need the door and the window. And I apologize if I'm a little, if I'm talking a little bit quieter today. I'm actually under the weather. I had fever last night. I was over 102 last night, so I was I've been heavily medicated for the last 24 hours, and I'm only just now kind of getting over it. But yeah, I'm still definitely feeling a little rough. I don't know what it is. It just hit me all of a sudden yesterday afternoon. I was feeling, you get that achy feeling in your bones, and you have chills, and you know something is wrong. So I came home from work and took my temperature, and sure enough, I was well over 100. So I went to bed at 9:30 last night. I haven't been to bed at 9:30. I can't even remember the last time. So you'll also notice, and if I can catch one of them, let's see if I can get it. Okay, so your units now, your citizens now, they will pick up items. Like if I go and harvest these bushes and these trees, you'll notice that your citizens have a backpack now, and they will pick up to, I think it's 4 items initially, and that will be expandable down the road. I don't think it's available in this build, but that will be something that you can expand on in the future. You can craft larger backpacks, and they'll be able to haul, I think, 8 items or 12 items. But right now, once they knock down these trees, you'll see once they head back, Caven will pick up 4 pieces of wood and carry them back to a stockpile or the crate in this case, and it just makes for more efficient. I think Lorna's down for the count. I don't know. It just makes for more efficient use of their time because it doesn't take them obviously as long to move as many resources from point A to point B. And you'll also notice this little bunny statue here. These are scattered throughout the terrain, and without going into all the details, they are definitely tied to the lore of the world. Why is he only picking up 1? You're making me look bad. Oh, they're okay. So these guys weren't taking items to a stockpile. They were picking up resources and taking them directly to a build. Although it would make sense if they also use their backpack in that capacity, so potentially that's a bug. So now you can see these guys are getting food out of the crates, which is good. They weren't doing that before. But yeah, that might be something worth mentioning on the discourse, on the forum, in that they'll use their backpacks to transport items from the ground to storage, but it looks like they're not using them to transport materials to a build site, so that might be worth mentioning on the forum. So I might log that report myself. But yeah, so as I was saying, I had a fever, and I told my boss, I said, I think I should work from home today. I don't think I should come in and spread my yuckies around. So I'm at home today. I'm fairly heavily medicated, and that's the reason why I'm my voice is kind of off. I'm a little sluggish. I'm slurring some of my words. But the show must go on, correct? Correct. Alright, did we get the items for the house crafted yet? Yes, so those items are going to be in one of these crates, right? The doors and the windows, those are going to be in one of these crates. So they're going to be, when the house is done, the Hearthlings will come to this crate, this large crate, grab those contents and deploy them to the house. And I was concerned that that wasn't working before. On this house, the very last thing that happened, the door that's here was stuck in this crate. And the very last thing that they did, oh, he's doing it a little bit quicker now, so I guess it just depends on the job priority. But yeah, the very last thing they did on this house was plop that door down, and I was concerned that that wasn't working. But it is. The Hearthlings do recognize all of the items in your crates, so that's working really well. We'll put a bed in this house. Although I guess I had a few out here, didn't I? Let's see if we want to sell anything. Wow. Giant bone mace. We could sell... Do I have an extra... I think I have an extra door. Let's give him my extra door. I have lots of food. You're really lucky. You could use some help here. The traveler... 2 baskets of berries. Why not? Thank you very much. Food is always... appreciated. Okay, so yeah, I don't think my farmer is going to recover. I'm going to have to see, she still has a back. Oh, she still has stuff in her own personal backpack. If I demote her, will that fix her? No, and now she's hungry. She's just gonna... Or what if I try promoting her again? Let's see if that fixes her. Yes. No. No. She's down for the count. This is also new. I think the character info screen has been expanded quite a bit to include their equipment, which shows the stats for the item that they're carrying. So Lorna, when she was demoted to just a regular worker, she has the worker's hammer, which is +4 attack. Job abilities, I think we've seen that before. I don't know that it's been in this tab like this before. Attributes are... I don't think that I've actually gone over the attributes myself. Curiosity, inventiveness, muscle, speed, stamina, courage, willpower, and compassion. The morale, so now you have a better indication of your individual unit's morale and as it affects the overall morale of the settlement. And then as we've... Oh, then this is the individual journal entries for a particular unit, which is cool. That's neat. And then obviously your backpack. Uh-oh. I think we... Okay. So Lorna is down for the count. She's bugged. She will not be recovering anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah. Notifications. Let's craft up some lights for the shelter. And yeah, so I'm gonna actually do a proper kick off another proper Let's Play once Alpha 11 drops. Okay, once Alpha 11 drops, but I might do it for this one as well because, like I said, this one has been very stable so far. After that initial release, the 2494 build has been very stable for me so far. Let's craft a couple of these. So I might just kick off a new LP with this unstable build, but I will wait to see if it will fold into, if the saves will transfer over to the Alpha 11 proper once it drops. And I think Stephanie mentioned in the most recent blog post that the save games from the original dev build of Alpha 11 to this version of Alpha 11, the saves were incompatible, but they believe that going forward this build should be compatible with the stable version of Alpha 11, so we should be good to go. But yeah, I'll probably kick off a new Let's Play for this one because I'm having lots of fun, and I love these. I love the storage crates. It's so simple, but it's really space saving, and it looks really neat. And you can, obviously, if you build a crafter's, where if this were your your carpenter's workshop, you drop that crate inside that building, all of his resources are in there, and from that that role-playing perspective, it really adds another dimension to it, and it makes the world I don't know, to me it makes the world seem that much more believable and that much more alive. So I really like the direction they're taking with these crates and with the character info sheets and all of the different statistics, and the game is really fleshing out. At this point you can really see it coming together. So yeah, I think we're going to kick off another proper Let's Play very soon. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better today, and maybe I'll kick that off later today or tomorrow, and toss it up on the channel sometime this week. So I think we're going to call it quits for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this very quick introduction to what you can expect to see in Alpha 11, and the stable build should... Oh, Lorna! You're back from the dead! We missed you! Are you hungry? You're just going to stare at... You're going to stare at the food? You can stare at the crate? You can have some food. We're all family here. Take some food. That's a good girl. Get some victuals. Enjoy them berries, Lorna. Alright, folks, that's it. I'm going to call it quits for now. Be on the lookout for maybe a new Let's Play starting later this week, alright? And if this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button or the like button. It really does help my channel. And we will see you soon, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.